Hello, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update post new moon. So, welcome. If you're new, welcome back. If you're not new, I don't know where to start with this one. There's so much that happened in a short amount of time. This new moon brought so many new elements into the energies, into our clearing and healing to support us to see further, deeper, and clearer. And take what resonates. If you don't resonate, that's cool. If you do, that's cool too. It's a cycle. Once more, it's a cycle. It's a process, an ongoing process. As long as we are alive, we will change. We will go through things. We will go and create things that will need healing along the way, further down the road. That's what being human is. And this time around with this new moon, many things, new elements, like I was saying, were brought in regards to karmic situation. Lots of karma has been cleared for some, and for others, they're working on clearing that karma. Lots of clarity was delivered to see that karma under a different perspective in order to shift it, in order to use it as power to move forward, as power to heal, as fuel to get better, and as fuel to keep going. Because I know lots and lots of people are feeling at the end of their ropes, feeling tired. And I know that for some, feeling at the end of your rope is not even the word. And being in compassion for these people, they are working hard through shifting a lot of things is really important, and supporting them. Some people are having a hard time seeing through this, seeing through that dark night of the soul that they're in. And we need to be there to support them by shining bright and supporting them in any way possible. Lending an ear, being a friend, being supportive. And really, the ultimate way to support one another is showing up, being our best, and shining bright. And showing up meaning that showing up even when we don't feel like it, showing up even when we feel we're not up to the task, showing up even when we don't have the strength to do it, but showing up, being vulnerable, being courageous, having enough courage to say and to think, I'm not feeling great today. I'm not feeling good enough today, but I'm going to show up anyway because we're all part of this all together. So this new moon has brought a lot of new positive things for a lot of people, and more work for other people, always depending on where the process is at. But mainly at this time, we're asked to let go of the worries. Let go of the worries, chill, be present in the present moment, in stillness. It's always in silence and in stillness that we get answers. That's where our guidance is. And when we can't connect in that way, because sometimes we're anxious, we're angry, or we're going through something that is keeping us from really connecting to that space in our heart, just doing something to take our mind off of things will help. And it's really a time to understand that no one is better than anyone else. We're all equal, and we all have access to our own internal guidance. And in history and in evolution, that's where we're at. We're called to understand, to receive these answers. They're always inside of us. And like I said, being present through every action that we do, monitoring our thoughts, realizing when our thoughts, our mind is just skipping ahead or skipping away from our awareness, being a bad boy or a bad girl, thinking all kinds of, I want to say bullshit, but all kinds of stuff that is not in alignment with our highest path. And not controlling this, but understanding that process and shifting it. And how do we shift it? That's a great question. There's no one way that will work for everyone. It really depends who we are, how we work. But the first thing that helps when shifting or wanting to shift something is smiling. When we smile, our nervous system automatically shifts into a higher vibration. Our subconscious mind automatically recognizes that as an anchor for positive things to come or to manifest. So for those that are really sensitive, just smiling, you're going to feel this uplift happening in your body and in your energy. And energy is much more important and present than we think. Of course, if you've been awakened for quite a while, you know this. But for those that are just newly awakening and getting into that kind of information, they don't know, and they don't know where to start. Smiling is really a good way of putting yourself into the zone, just like an athlete needing to be in the zone before a huge competition. They have anchors, they have all kinds of tools to reach that level of stillness inside and pure, complete focus and pure, complete love for themselves and trust in themselves, confidence in their own powers. Because we are entering this phase when the eclipse season comes, we're entering this phase of being called for deeper manifestation, deeper knowing about these alchemical processes that allow for transformation and manifestation. So at this time, no matter what is going on in your life, and I know for some it's very difficult, and for others it's just plain physical, being tired, being like exhausted, because sleeping has been difficult, sleeping and falling asleep but waking up, but also waking up like, oh my God, what happened last night? Feels like I've been battling all night long. That's because our mind is at peace, sleeping, resting. So our subconscious mind is doing a lot of work and is doing a lot of cleaning. Even more so if you're in a twin flame connection, because you might be picking up on your twin at night. And talking about night, dreams have been big also, like delivering a lot of messages, delivering a lot of instructions on what to do next, where to go next, and where to go in general. And that's for everyone, but for the divine masculine, it's been a big, big, big deal for them lately. Just before the new moon, a couple of days before, there was this huge wave of healing energies in regards to karmic situations. So for some it was karmic relationships, for some it was karmic friendship or businesses, work, anything karmic related. And this wave just brought a new awareness of, hey, this is not you. This is an experience. The contract is over now. This karma is healed. This karma is done. And it's time to move on towards something else. And for those that it was a karmic romantic relationship situation, a lot of those karmic people were creating some form of a blockage and keeping a lot of people from moving forward by their greediness and their neediness. And now these people, these karmic people, have received that wave as well. Therefore, their own instructions on, hey, I don't need to do this. There is more to life. There is more to this situation than I can see right now. And they're being guided onto their own path. Their awakening, their ascension, their finding themselves. The biggest reason why they were doing that is because they were in need. They didn't know who they were. Some of them were doing this with the wrong intentions, but a lot of them were not. They were just unaware. And now it's their turn to become aware and to say, hey, I've been doing this, but it's all wrong. I think I got it wrong. I think it's time for me to go that way. I think myself is that way. I think I'm going to find myself if I go there, instead of hanging on to a dead situation, instead of hanging on and trying to relive or heal a situation that cannot be healed, because it's done. It was meant to be a temporary thing, and now it's done and we're moving on. So these karmics are receiving their own guidance. Therefore, the divine masculine is also receiving their own guidance and their own clarity into, okay, this happened to me in the past few years or few months, few weeks, whatever, in the past. And I was seeing it this way, but now I'm seeing deeper into this situation, and I'm seeing deeper that the mirror effect was at play. And the reason why I got triggered so much was most probably because I was seeing myself, because it was a call for me to understand and be aware of something about me that I wasn't aware of before. And just as a side note, that's what triggers are. The mirror effect triggers, like when we're triggered, it's really a call from our soul to say, hey, take a look at this a little deeper or from a different angle, because there's a message for you in there. There's something for you to understand about yourself. That's why you're getting triggered. Otherwise, it would not disturb you in any way. It would not. So it's really like the bell ringing, the doorbell ringing, or the phone ringing saying, hey, just pick up the phone, listen to the message, and apply it to your life. Because it's all good to have all the information and knowledge, but real power is when we apply that knowledge and we use it in the right way. And that's what this phase is about, this new moon. So a lot more clarity, which is really good thing. So remember, if you're not feeling this, smile more. You'll see things will start showing up differently with you. You may be creating that block with your own energy. So right now, a lot of people are feeling like in a state of in between things, in between the old me and in between the new me. So that's usually a sign that you're about halfway into the process. You may not know or feel or see clearly where to go, where you're going, but you know you're going somewhere. So by having trust and faith in your own powers and in the universe and in energy, you're going to be guided. Just go and do it. Do any action that will take you closer to that goal. But if you feel like you don't know, that's fine too. That's being in the void, and that's good too, because you're healing. You're healing, and once you're done healing and releasing, that's where you get ready to do it physically and to take the proper actions. So also a lot of throat chakra clearing. As you can see, I keep on clearing my throat. So a lot of that ties into more truth speaking, more truth being revealed. And I know not the first time I'm saying this, I know, but that's how it is. And truth in every sense of the word, just like when I was speaking about the karmic situations, truth about these karmic situations, and truth about the karma that was created on the other end. So for example, if you're in a situation with a friend or with your twin is not talking to you, karma was created at the moment that your twin decided not to talk to you. And that's most probably because they were triggered and it was too intense. And now they're receiving that truth. They're receiving that shift in perception that needed to happen for them to see that it was for their own good, that they perhaps understood it on a different level, and now they're able to see, or feel or understand, hey, what was I tripping about? But that took time. That took time for a lot of them. They took a long time to realize that, and that's still ongoing. It's not a 2-day thing. It's gonna keep going for a few weeks, even. So really, it's a time to chill. Take it slow, not trying to provoke things or go faster than we need to, and just welcome this transformation and enjoy being in stillness to receive those answers and messages that are meant for us to be understood, for us to understand. Um, it's also a time to work on that soul connection, to strengthen that soul connection that we have. Stop looking outside for answers. The answers are inside, always, always inside. So at first, it's normal to be asking for help, to be looking outside for answers. But at one point, it's our duty to find that balance and to find the way to reach that level where we get our own answers, we trust what we get, we trust our intuition, and we just act on it. And once we do that and we realize that nothing can go wrong, even if we fall, oh well, we get up and we keep on moving forward. That's okay. Again, this is a cycle, an ongoing cycle. And if I go back to the new moon, it brought so many new energies and downloads that I think it was on Monday, there was this heaviness in the energies right in the afternoon Eastern time, um, where a lot of people kind of felt like paralyzed. A lot of people were like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through my day. I feel so heavy, so tired. And a lot of people had just stop and, take in that download. That was a huge one. Huge one. That's the one that we are integrating right now, working on until summer solstice shows up and until the eclipse show up. It's a prep time for what's coming this summer or in July, August, and the following months. It's really prep time. It's really like this is if we compare it to painting, this is the first coat, and then the real color is going to come, We're prepping for that. And through that wave of energy, a lot of people clearly received their own plan. Like, this is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. When we're not telling you, because it's for you to figure out, because it's a matrix, it's a collective that decisions are made and changed every second of the day. So it's up to you, and that will serve as a form of a test also to see how far you're willing to go into trusting your guidance. And that's a really good exercise. Really, really good exercise. It's also a time to double up on that heart connection, soul connection, heart connection, to be in alignment with this guidance, to be in alignment with the path that we're on, and getting our own validations from inside. And when you don't know, when you're unsure, the only thing to do is just to leave it there for a quick minute and come back to it. Leave it there, smile, engage your awesomeness, call in your powers, and become a superhuman, because this is what it's about. This new moon has started this wave of becoming superhuman, like being awesome manifestors, being able to shift just about anything, to be a superhero, to be the leaders of our lives through being an example. seeing everything as a game. This is a game. This is just a level, and I'm going to repeat it until I succeed and then move on to the next level. And in order to do that, we need to live in a state of meditation. We need to live in a state of being aware and conscious 100% of the time. Like I was saying, letting go of our mind, drifting off in different directions, being off of autopilot, not being on autopilot, but being conscious. From thought to thought, from action to action, being conscious. And it's normal to have phases of feeling where everything is flowing, it's in the flow, everything is going great, and then boom, it stops. And then we get bored. That it's normal at this time. That is going to get more stable along the way within a few weeks, 3 months, I don't know. But it's coming where we're always going to be in that state of flow. But of course, we don't get there overnight. We need work on that connection, that soul connection, that higher self connection that is always there, trying to guide us. It's just that since we're not used to being in that state all the time, it's easy to get off. But these energies, they are supporting us into understanding these things and moving deeper into those systems. The energies are intense, and they will remain intense. We need to change towards that. We need to understand that they're present, they always have been, and always will be. So it's not about changing the energies. No, it's about changing ourselves towards the energies to be aligned with them. And I'm not saying being aligned in the sense that when they're intense, we're intense. No, when energies are intense, we need to take a step back, retreat into stillness, retreat into that state of I'm conscious, I'm aware, and I'm navigating through this. And when the energy is low, it's about being up and high in vibrations, smiling, and just enjoying life and whatever comes our way. Stillness, again, stillness, huge, huge, huge deal for the upcoming days and weeks. Stillness, because the divine masculine is also being asked to be in stillness so that they could be guided. A lot of them are doing a lot of things physically to change their lives, but a lot of them are just working on a spiritual level and changing pretty much every cells in their body to become this enlightened being. And a lot of them are. And the more we work, the more we can help others do their work and be shining bright and be awakened in a harmonious collective system. So at this point, if you find yourself that you're complaining a lot, I invite you to take a look at yourself. What you complain about, you are doing it in one way or another, somehow. And that's why you're complaining. It's really a call to understand what you need to heal or change about yourself, what you need to release, what false thought process needs to be released, for example. And physically, symptoms have been on and off, changing very rapidly. Headache still, skin issue, but less important than what it was a few weeks ago. Sleep pattern that remains. Throat clearing. So we are working on the throat chakra and the root chakra. being less in the root chakra and being more in the heart. That's what we're trying to balance here. But also the sacral chakra, being able to just enjoy life, pleasure, receive. So that state of stillness is also for helping our chakra and energy system to balance in one way or another. Okay, for a lot of months last year and even this year, but last this year I find, maybe it's me, but a lot of people were talking about the new earth. And what some may fail to realize at this point is that we are in new earth, or you're close to being in it. It's a transition that takes a long time, but we're close to getting in it. And a lot of divine masculine are also close. A lot of them have made it. Others are working on it and moving forward towards the new earth. And that's going to happen and come up with the summer eclipse. That's why they're so powerful, because they come in waves and bring energies that we are not used to, that we've never seen before, even if you've been awakened for a long time. Unless you made that shift, I'm telling you, be prepared. You're going to feel that there's something different different about this energy, and that there is something important about this energy, and you will realize that there is nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. There is no space or places to hide any longer. Even if you think that you're good at hiding something or lying a little white lie about something, trust me, people know. It shows and they know. There is no places to hide anymore. And when those energies show up, you know that this is it. You know that it's important and you need to listen. So depending where you are right now, perhaps you felt this already and then it stopped. And that's normal, because at first, imagine if you were hit by this wave all at once. That would be kind of crazy. So at first it's like little drops until it can get in balance and in harmony and in synchronicity with your daily life. And that comes with all those changes and all that healing and releasing that needs to be made. So if you're feeling blocked, if you're feeling blocked, you need to figure out how to get out of there and just keep on moving again. And it's normal. We all, at one time or another, felt that we were blocked. And the best thing to do, like I mentioned, is set it aside for a quick minute, go do something else, and come back to it after. So a lot of clarity has been delivered and will be delivered as well. It's only a matter of allowing these energies to come to us and allowing ourselves the healing that we deserve in order to walk towards that new earth. And still, it will take some time to be fully immersed in that new earth energy, because it's a collective thing. It's like a huge movement forward, and a lot of people are already in it. You feel it when you speak to them, you feel it when you connect with them. And even for them, they're feeling the same way. There are days that they're like, oh my God, I wish the collective would move, because they're ahead of the game, they're faster. And it's when we think about the duality and the opposite thing, like they're ahead of the game and they get irritated because they're feeling blocked. And if we think about the opposite end of this, people that are just awakening and feeling blocked, you know, we need to work together and find a common ground in the middle, meet halfway, so that we can help one another. And It's a process. So it's not going to happen in a snap of the fingers. It's going to take time, but the process is in place, in progress, and things are moving forward. And that's what matters at the end of the day. And what matters is that everyone is doing their thing, what they're supposed to be doing, and that they're being their best. That's all. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening. If you want to get in touch with me, you can do so using my email at indigogirl555 at gmail.com, on Instagram at indigogirl555, on Facebook at Indigo Girls Readings. And until the next time, be well.